Novak Djokovic had an eventful press conference after getting through to another Australian Open semi-final. Novak Djokovic apologized after a lengthy delay to his post-match press conference, and then took issue with a line of questioning after reaching the Australian Open semi-finals via retirement. "I apologize for the day. Thank you for your patience," the 10-time champion here said as he sat down to speak to reporters. The No. 4 seed lost the first two sets of his match against Lorenzo Musetti, but the Italian suddenly picked up an injury and retired at 6-4, 6-3, 1-3. Djokovic is now through to his 7th straight semi-final in Melbourne and will face either Jannik Sinner or Ben Shelton. Sinner and world No. 1 Carlos Alcaraz have split the last 8 Grand Slam titles. But Djokovic reached the semis of all 4 majors in 2025 and has been the third best player at the biggest tournaments behind Sinner and Alcaraz. The 38-year-old was asked whether his current position, chasing Sinner and Alcaraz at the Slams, felt reminiscent of the early stages of his career when he was chasing Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal, but he interjected, "I'm chasing Jannik and Carlos." "In which sense?" "I'm always the chaser." And "I'm never being chased?" Djokovic asked. When the reporter clarified that it only applied to the Grand Slam tournaments right now, and that he'd won 24 Grand Slam titles in under 2 decades, the Serbian superstar added, "Thanks. It's worth saying that sometimes, right?" Asked whether he could still compare the 2 stages in his career, Djokovic replied, "Well, I find it a little bit disrespectful that you kind of miss out on what happened in between where the times. When I started chasing, as you say, Rafa and Roger, and now that I'm chasing Carlos and Jannik, and there's probably about a 15-year period in between where I was dominating the Grand Slams. So I think it's important to put that in perspective. I don't feel like I'm chasing, to be honest. Roger and Rafa will always be my greatest rivals. I have tremendous respect for what Jannik and Carlos are doing, and they continue to do, and they will do for the next 10 to 15, 20 years. God knows how many years they're going to play. They're so young." Djokovic is happy to see Sinner and Alcaraz forming a new rivalry, and he'd also like to see another player join them at the top. But he is firmly focused on his own quest for history. With a record 25th Grand Slam title still on the line this week,